The grind, yeah. The bubble grind.
Now we have a guy that could probably get in there if you...
It's game day. The Edmonton Oilers hit the road once again. What's up, Nasties? How you doing? Happy Friday. Well, let's just hope you're enjoying your Friday. This is EST Afternoons, live here from the Terwilliger Rec Center for Hockey Helps the Homeless. I'm hoping my co-host shows up eventually. He's playing, I think, right now. I haven't seen him yet, but he's going to be in and out depending on his game schedule. But I am Hernan and Salas, of course, waiting on Joaquin, Gage. Zach Kubich, the producer, back at EST headquarters. And how you doing? How's everybody feeling on this Friday? Beautiful morning. The weather's turned a little bit. Looks like we're going to get some rain. I went for an absolutely gnarly run this morning. Get off the bat from last night's game. But lots to get to. Of course, we're hoping to have some former players drop by. If not, it'll just be me, Joaquin, and Coop for you. We do have from the MC TV podcast, former employee at 1260, good buddy Mark Majeau will join us at 1:40. Of course, he is with the Cara Family Resource Center, so he'll join us to talk about the 50-50 that closed yesterday, where all the money's going to, and just, hey, we'll get his thoughts on the Oilers. We want to hear from you, 780-218-9999. That is the River Cree inbox. You can hit us up on the Nasty Chat. Slam that thumbs up. We're only demanding 80 now because we're the small show. We're the small ones. So 80. We should get 80. All right. How's everybody feeling after last night's game? But wait, let's start here. No Zach in the future today. It's just too difficult to navigate everything video-wise, so we'll return that next week. And before we get into post-mortem of the Edmonton Oilers, Zachary Kubish back at EST headquarters. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right, man. Yeah, the vibes are a lot different here around the office with not really anybody here. I mean, been live on location all day at the Booster Juice Recreation Center out in Terwilliger. Selfishly, one of my favorite rinks to play at as well. Played a lot there growing up, and I have some fond memories hitting the ice there, but some great alum.
Star.
Well, I mean, I was in Tier 6 when I played there. I think I played against Ryan Smith's daughter one time. She was a goaltender, and I remember going on the ice for a little bit of a photo op after we beat them. So, yeah, I won minor hockey week there, I think, as well. Some fond memories, but some great alum down there as well.
Is Trev sick? He's still at work?
I don't know. I didn't hear Trev was sick at all. He's quite a sick fellow, though. I mean, he's a cool guy to be around.
At work
he's a
at 1
gnarly guy.
o'clock. Come on.
Yeah, I know. He's just hanging around. I think
everybody's asking for La Bamba. We can't sing La Bamba when they're out in the first round. Come on, people.
You can't do that. Yeah.
You had the opportunity. You didn't give us 150 thumbs. That's on you. And we're going to have to wait till next year.
That's for sure, man.
That's the way. Now, we're still going to sing on this show because that's what we do. I did a little bit of Boys to Men yesterday. Joaquin always has some good songs. Coob, you got to get in on this too. You're a big music guy. But, yeah, it's busy here, man. I just saw Matty Cassian on the ice. He's a beast out there, Coob.
Oh, yeah, I heard he was tearing it up. Didn't Gager get 4 assists or something against that's what Dusty was saying.
I haven't seen my buddy Gager yet. He went in the first round, 16th overall last night, so he's pretty stoked about that. Dusty takes his computer. Now I can't read the nasty chat. It's okay.
You have the second monitor up. Yeah, things are a little bit different.
It was just nice. It was just nice to have it there. All right. Man, listen, I want to start here, Coob. I'm a little tired of some media out there out in the East, down south in the States. Listen, if you're going to tweet stuff out, at least have facts. And listen, a lot of the people have joined our show, and I respect them, and they're great broadcasters, but please know the facts. Connor McDavid is signed for 2 more years. He's not demanding a trade this offseason. He's not moving on. Like, stop with that. Did McKinnon, when Colorado was out early the last couple of years, did he ask for a trade? Is Kucherov this year, when the Habs eliminate them today, going to ask for a trade? Like, can we stop with that? Seriously, stop with it. Enough.
It's a bad running narrative, and it's kind of been around the media for a little bit here that if the Oilers continue to falter, Connor McDavid's going to leave.
Yeah.
They went to back-to-back Stanley Cup finals, and he's played so much hockey. I saw the Sportsnet graphic. He played 4 games, of course, at 4 Nations, 6 at the Olympics, 58 playoff games. I think the total is around 288 games in the last 3 seasons for Connor McDavid alone.
But Coop, you're right. And I think Maddie said it on the Hangout earlier. What other team's going to give him a chance like the Oilers have? Yes, the Oilers are still in a window. Yes, this is an enormous offseason. Enormous. It's the biggest offseason in this club's history because you can potentially screw up McDavid the whole time you had him. All we know is McDavid's here for 2 years. We can assume he's going to sign an extension in Edmonton. We can assume he's going to leave. We don't know. All we know, and that's all we can go on, is he's here for 2 more years. So
and that's a fact.
Yes, please stop. Stop suggesting that he's going to leave. Elite players don't leave their team because they're ousted in the playoffs early. It happens all the time. Only one team wins, Scoob. Enough with this stupid narrative that McDavid's going to want out. He might in 2 years, but for now, no. His extension hasn't even kicked in.
And that's the reason he signed an extension. He believes that the team's window is the best it's ever been. He doesn't want to leave right now. It would be a bad decision on Connor McDavid if he were to leave now. And there's lots of work to do. There's so many UFAs, over 10 of them. There's the change for this team is going to be huge. Once again, the roster is going to look different. There's still forwards, Wilkins, Dustin, Nielsen went through it on the oil stream. There's work to do, but there's a lot of people coming back, and they're going to have to retool and regroup. And as Connor McDavid said it was an average team with high expectations, 100%. And that's what it is, especially in this market, not just from the fan base, but people everywhere in the hockey world had high expectations for this team, and they just weren't as good as they have been the last 2 seasons, and that's why they were ousted in 6 by the Ducks, who were just playing better.
People are making, Tampa and Colorado have a good management. Sure, fair enough. We're going to get to all that. We got all summer to get to that. Okay,
we got months.
All summer.
Yeah.
All summer to get to that. You're not wrong, okay? I don't trust Stan Bowman. I don't. But we're going to get to all that. But please, Eastern media or the people that watched Oilers for the first time, they've watched them 6 times this year, and all of a sudden McDavid's going to want to leave. Because was he wrong? He included himself. People are like, well, he called this team average. He's not a leader. Shut up. What the hell are you talking about? He said their team was average. Is he wrong? No, they were average all season. This is exactly what they were in the playoffs. Average with high expectations, and they blew it. Sure. Let's get to the game last night.
Oh, boy.
I mean, listen, the first 2 periods, that wasn't a team that was desperate. That wasn't a team facing elimination. I don't know what I was watching. Listen, injuries are a part of it. I understand that 100%. They are a huge part of it. But I'm not going to make excuses because the players didn't use that as an excuse either. McDavid said, sure, hey, yeah, it's unfortunate we had a lot of hurt guys, but hey, if we're out there, it's because for a reason. Because you can play and you can produce. And that wasn't the case. This team was not good. I'm going to read you some numbers after. The core was terrible in this series. Terrible. Draisaitl, sure, he leads the playoffs in scoring, but defensively, this team doesn't have a clue, okay? Injuries, sure, it's tough. McDavid, Dry, Hyman, Dickinson. It's tough to win a series when those guys are hurt, but they were playing. They didn't use it as an excuse. I'm not going to either. Too much hockey in the last 2-3 years? Sure, they've played a ton. A ton.
Well, you look at the Florida Panthers.
Sure.
They were injured in the regular season. They lost their captain for the entire year. In the first, 10 minutes of his first skate coming back. And he was done. He didn't see the ice at all this season. Matthew Tkachuk was injured. You could look at that. Now, even the Stars are out. So the 2 teams that have been playing in the Western Conference a lot of hockey being in that third round back-to-back seasons. They're both out in the first round in 6 games.
Yeah, but McDavid was asked about playing too much hockey, and he couldn't even answer it because for him, he was like, no, that's not an excuse.
Well, yeah,
You want to be a great team. You want to be a dynasty. You're going to play a lot of hockey. Okay, these guys are world-class athletes. I'm not saying they don't get tired and all that. I do, but it caught up to them. Okay, and in part, okay, the players didn't make excuses with the injuries. They said, yeah, it's unfortunate, but we're still out there. So play.
Mm-hmm.
Too much hockey, who cares? A lot of teams play a lot of playoffs games. Tampa Bay does. Florida does. The players weren't having that excuse. Nuge said it. Draisaitl said it. They all scoffed at it. Like, no, come on. Now, did the big and this is a problem every coach has had here. They play the big boys way too much. Did it finally catch up to them? Sorry, but when you're only, the only trick you have is to go 29 and 97, eventually it's going to catch up to you. Why did Anaheim have success this series? We got to give them credit because Coach Q trusts everybody. Everybody on that team. That fourth line outplayed the Oilers' top 2 lines. He had no issues throwing out their fourth line. By the way, who had a defenseman playing forward against McDavid or Draisaitl. Sometimes when they were together. He trusts everyone. The Oilers, listen, and if there's a new coach, I don't know. He's going to do the same thing. And then in a year and a half from now, we're going to be complaining about the same crap. So, did it just catch up to them? Goaltending. And listen, I think every show at EST is going to do a lot of stuff on this offseason. And just like every other show, we're going to do that as well. And I'm not going to get too much into the goalies right now because I'm going to save that for Monday's show. We're going to have a good conversation about goaltending, where the Oilers should go on Monday. But it wasn't good enough. Now, people heard it, it wasn't Ingram and Jarry's fault. No, I agree. The defense was awful, but you got to make a save. You can't have a 3.86 goals against average and an 8.76 save percent and expect to win a series. Sorry. Be better. Was it all in the goaltending? No. They couldn't kill a damn penalty. Again, yesterday, the Ducks went 50% in this series. And the other thing that's pissing me off, man, I'm fired up today.
As you should be. The
other thing that pisses me off, now everybody's coming out of the woodworks because this is the world we live in. One person says it on Twitter, and then everybody's, oh, yeah. Oh, if Adam Henrique was in the lineup, the penalty kill would have been different. Get out of here. The PK struggled all season long. After game 1, or when the game 1 lineup came out, Coop, everybody was like, what the hell is Adam Henrique doing in the lineup? And now all of a sudden, he's the PK savior? Get out of here. People couldn't wait for him to get out of the lineup. Okay? And he wasn't saving it. Yeah, maybe they kill one more off. Sure. But Adam Henrique was not the solution, people. Stop with that. And stop retweeting and saying what everybody else is saying. Okay? This PK was not good. Oh, Janmark too. Everybody wanted Janmark gone in November. And now all of a sudden, Henrique and Janmark are the saviors? Please stop.
That it's nitpicking to try and find a reason for why this team faltered. And it's not just one reason. It's not just one player. It's the entire team and the way that they showed up. The effort was there. It's hard to discredit a team's effort, but they just didn't have an answer for the Ducks, who continued to push them, and they absolutely shocked them. They got punched in the face. Even though 5 out of 6 of the games they scored first, they gave away leads. They had 2-0 leads that they squandered. They just couldn't hold the game. Lucky bounces, maybe not going in their favor. It happened last night as well. Hyman's kicking goal, obviously called back. A good callback for the referees. It was clearly a kick in the net.
Well, the funniest part of that was, did you see Hyman's face when he looked at me?
Yeah, you could tell he was.
He was like, yeah that's not going to count, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and then it was a golden line. I think it was David Amber. He said, Zach Hyman's getting primed and ready for the World Cup. Like,
that was too funny. Okay, where were we? What the hell were you talking about, Coop?
The fact that
fire
people,
right now.
People were putting so much weight on an Adam Henrique and a Matthias Janmark in a series where the fourth line of this team barely even played. Yesterday, Colton Dach 621, Szymanski 514, and Lazar 428.
And they were praising Dach on the broadcast, and Knoblauch's like, nope. Well, why play a guy that has energy or shows some physicality? Why play him? It just keeps going back to the same old and the same old and the same old. Reed made the best point on the postgame show last night. A very fiery postgame show. I thought Gazol and Belgium were going to go. But he said it yesterday. They never change the way they play. They're hurt. Okay, so maybe change something in the way you're out there defensively. Change the structure. Change something. But no, let's keep going to the same thing over and over and over again. Yeah, there's lots of blame to go around here. Lots. Sorry, I keep shuffling the papers, but I'm excited right now. I'm pissed off.
You got to get a pencil to just press down, you know?
I just want to throw something.
Fidget. You need a fidget spinner there. I mean, man, it's hard to really digest, though, how this team, and the writing has been on the wall the entire season long, that McDavid even alluded to it. They were trying to find consistency in their game. They just couldn't work on the penalty kill well enough. They weren't well defensively the entire year, and they were energized for the playoffs, but they...
No. Sorry, Knoblauch said, he goes, yeah, I can't remember exactly what his words were, but he pretty much said, we went through the motions in the regular season. This team just wanted to get to the playoffs. I'm sorry, and if this offends anyone, saying that the Oilers are just going to flip a switch in the playoffs, I'm sorry, that's a lazy take, okay? Because that just doesn't happen. If we watch the Oilers all year long... I mean, I picked the Oilers to beat the Ducks because I thought they were the better team on paper. Okay, thought experience would get to them. The way the Ducks came into the series, they won 2 of their last 10 games. Their power play sucked. Their goaltender wasn't very good. That's why I picked the Oilers. But kudos to the Ducks, man. They took it to them. The speed, the forecheck. Dostal wasn't great. Come on, give me a break, man.
No, for sure.
Was not good at all. Special teams, they figured it out. Coach Q. You give him credit. Give him credit for what he did with that team. Okay? But let's not sit here and say, oh, flip a switch. No, that's not how pro sports work. Okay? Could it happen once? Sure. 100% it can. But it's not going to happen every year that you're just going to flip a switch. And what did he say? We tried to flip the switch, and no, it just wasn't going to happen.
Right. Well, he mentioned post-game yesterday, following the loss, that they were confident heading into the playoffs because they know what they were capable of, but it's hard to try and flip that switch. And I'm sure mentally they could do it, that they get set for the playoffs. They've been here, done that. They know what it takes to do it. But I think when you're walking and just sauntering into the postseason, it's hard to try and find that game and continue to build a winning formula when you weren't able to get a 3-game win streak for the majority of the season and only had 2. 1 3-game win streak, then went on to lose 3 before the Olympic break, and then near the end of the season had that 5-game win streak.
Because if that's the case, flipping the switch, then every great team in the NHL would do it. Every contender would do it. Let's slow play this regular season, but once the playoffs start, we're just going to flip a switch and we're going to become this awesome team. Every team would do that. Come on. Okay, we got to get to a quick break here. The afternoon inbox always presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out their Tap 25 restaurant where the entire menu is 50% off 7 days a week from 2 to 5 p.m. And like always, we are brought to you by Play Alberta here. Coming up next, we're still waiting on Joaquin Gage. We'll see Marshall and the Muzzer here as well as they say hello. We're waiting on Joaquin. I don't know when he's going to be available. We do have Mark Majeau coming up at 1:40 as well. So don't go anywhere. Slam that thumbs up. Hit us up on the Nasty Chat, the River Cree inbox, and we'll return with more breaking down what happened to the Oilers this season. Some numbers coming your way as well. And Rip City Steps, stop trying to make me mad. I'm trying to calm down now. Okay, we're back after Sports Update with Coop and a break.
A few Game 6 matchups in the NHL. Montreal looks to bounce the Lightning at home up 3-2. The Mammoth looking to make it a best-of-1 with a win tonight against the Knights, forcing a Game 7. Well, Buffalo, they challenge Boston. The Sabres leading 3-2 in the series. In Toronto, it's life or death for the Raptors, down 3-2 against the Cavaliers. Brandon Ingram doubtful for Toronto with an ankle issue he suffered midway through Game 5 of their series. Meanwhile, the Lakers-Rockets clash. Houston has stayed alive twice already in this series, looking to force a Game 7 tonight without Kevin Durant, who only played a single game in this series. He's out with an ankle issue. Plus, Detroit, Orlando play 5 o'clock tip-off. Magic hoping to bounce the Pistons in 6. And the Jays and Twins, matchup once again after 6 o'clock. Patrick Corbin opening for Toronto. Simeon Woods-Richardson for Minnesota. One game's live right now. Cubs up 3-1 on the Diamondbacks, top of the 4th inning. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated since 1993. They're more than just plywood. They offer everything from doors and flooring to decking, fencing, and custom millwork. Windsor Plywood Leduc, they're the experts. Do you need to know more on EST Afternoons with Hernan and Salas following the break? I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Jamie McLennan.
As much as Edmonton played well, I didn't think Anaheim's good players didn't have a good game last night. Ousted didn't have a great start. Obviously, he gets lifted, so Anaheim's going to be a lot better. And Edmonton can't just sit back and go, hey, we won a game on home ice. We can rest on that, and Anaheim's going to fold. If anything, they're going to see Anaheim's best game.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings, 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
The Blue Jays are back, and Canada is excited to cheer them on in their 50th season. Whether you're swinging for the fences at the ballpark or stepping up to the plate with those spring projects at home, Sentinel Storage can help you make room for all of it. From tools and bikes to boxes and seasonal gear, Sentinel Storage gives you the extra space you need all season long. Try 4 weeks free today. Visit sentinelstorage.ca for details. Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of the Toronto Blue Jays. Let's go Blue Jays!
Your home for great performances is
the River Cree Resort and Casino.
God, I wish I could meet somebody like you online. She's got me in the friend zone.
Don't miss Morgan Jay's musical comedy May 23rd.
9 p.m. show is sold out.
Second 6 p.m. show added. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino.
Excitement.
Bet on it.
Goodwill is
one shopper, finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket, a deal, one donor, letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant,
learning,
trying,
building skills,
building confidence,
building a future.
One purchase, one donation,
one job, one choice.
Goodwill is
the power of one, the power of one, the power of one, the power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Playoffs don't care what day it is, and neither does the Canadian Brewhouse. Monday, we're packed. Wednesday, electric. Saturday, don't even ask. The Canadian Brewhouse is here for every game, every round, every minute of overtime. From puck drop to final buzzer, we are in this with you. Book your table, find your people, get loud. Don't miss out. Every game feels like a Saturday. This is our house, the Canadian Brewhouse.
Welcome back to EST Afternoons here live from the Terwilliger Rec Center here for Hockey Helps the Homeless. So waiting on my compadre Joaquin Gage. Maybe he's just going to take the day off. We'll see what happens. See what happens. Like always, hit us up, Nats Chat, River Korean Box, 780-218-9999. Slam that thumbs up for us on this Friday. The weekend is here, and Oiler fans can have a lot of time this spring heading into summer. What are you going to do with that time? What are you going to do with that time? Portion of this hour brought to you by Lamley's. Built for the job, made with quality craftsmanship and designed for job protection with cowboy-worthy durability. Lamley's workwear combines safety with all-day comfort, featuring brands like Ariat Work and Wrangler Rigs, designed to withstand tough conditions and deliver performance across every job site. Visit lamleys.com/work to see how Lamleys can make your workday better.
LAMMLES.
All right, let's keep going here. Let's keep going. I'm on a roll here. I've calmed down. Okay, listen, some of the positives. Podkolzin, excellent series. Best player for me. Kapanen right there as well. Not much to say about Kasperi Kapanen, okay? I don't know if he's not high on my list to bring back. That's all I'm going to say. Nothing against him. I don't know. I thought Connor Murphy was decent. Sure. But that's all I got in terms of positivity. So, Rozovic, I don't think was bad. Snake bitten a bit, hits the post yesterday, but again, no production from him in the playoffs. He's lower on the list for me to bring guys to bring back as well. Matty Savoy, love the player, love what he did this year. He kind of disappeared in the playoffs. Had that one really good play on, was it Killorn? He stripped the puck, set up a goal. And, so... Coop, can you send Mark Majeau the link, please?
Yeah, doing that just now.
Okay, thank you, my friend. So, Savoy disappeared. I mean, Szymanski, a little overwhelmed for sure. There's a player there, though. I like Szymanski. The depth showed up. Dickinson was good earlier on. He kind of struggled towards the end. Again, injured. Lazard doesn't play. I don't know why they dress him. Doc was active, physical, but they wouldn't play him either. So, lots to go. Jake Wallman up and down for me. Nurse, I think, started okay, then got a little bit worse as the series wore on. Ekholm and Bouchard were a mess. Bouchard, Ekholm outside of one game were a mess. And the numbers don't lie. Let me give you a few numbers here. This is just goals against. So the Oilers gave up 26 goals, Coop, in the 6 games. 26 goals. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about the core here. This is goals. These players were on the ice, goals against, okay, in all situations. So I included everything, courtesy of natural stature. Okay, 26 goals. Bouchard was on the ice for 15 goals against. 15. Next, Connor McDavid was on for 13. 3 players were on for 11. Draisaitl, Hyman, Ekholm. And 3 players were on for 8. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Darnell Nurse, and Jake Wallman. That is your core. Your core was not good defensively. Draisaitl at least produced. Bouchard had one really good game in Game 5. He was excellent. But look at those numbers.
The numbers are terrible, man. And I always, the one thing that I take from this series is the fact that the fourth line of the Anaheim Ducks were able to press Connor McDavid and that top line. And
fourth line was
they
fantastic.
Fourth line was fantastic. They were unreal. But it was just like they were playing, what do they call it? Campfire defense the entire time. They're just getting walked in there, pressured way too heavily, and they had no response, man. But those numbers are honestly shocking. Who did you say was on for 15 goals of the 26 total against?
Evan Bouchard.
Now,
there's a few empty netters in there, so you take that with a grain of salt. But that should be the bottom end of your lineup if you're going to lose, not the upper, not your star players, not your core, not the veterans. It's just not good enough, man. It is not good enough. We can sit here until we're blue in the face and talk about how bad they are defensively. You don't get a save. It's all true. It's all true. Now, what's going to happen this offseason? I know a lot of people want Knobloch on. Sure. If that's the road you want to go down. Sure, you're going to bring in a new coach. We'll fall in love with him for a year. Halfway through the second year, we'll start complaining about why does he keep going nuclear. Another year after that, bring DeBoer in. It's the same. It's a cycle, man. I'm concerned about this. I truly am. Another coach? Really? How many coaches has McDavid had? How many generational talents go through this many coaches? I think we've got to start looking elsewhere, too. Can't just be always on the damn coach. Sure, Knobloch has a lot of faults this year. He does. I just don't know. If you're asking me, and I'll be 100% transparent right now, if someone has to be let go, I go Stan Bowman. he was brought in, and there's a lot of unhappy fans and a lot of unhappy people for reasons off the ice. And they're all warranted, man. I agree with those fans. But then secondly, he's not even a good GM. He was never a good GM in Chicago. Then Daryl Cates, he's going to do, like people are putting out stuff that Daryl Cates is going to, how did anyone know what Daryl Cates is going to do unless you talk to him? And do you trust Daryl Cates? Really? He's allowed this. I don't know, like Stan Bowman, do you really trust him in the biggest offseason in this club's history to deliver? Really?
Ooh,
this guy gives this, it seems like, and I've said it all year, it seems like he doesn't negotiate. We all saw that clip when he made the trade at the deadline. No one else is going to give him a first.
Let's do it. Let's get it done.
What are you doing? Yeah. Start low. And if it ends at the first, then go. Okay, whatever. Do what you want. I'm terrified to see what he does and who he resigns. Because they're all going to be long-term, overpaid probably, and no movements. Stop giving no movements. Stop it. And this is just not a Stan Bowman Oilers problem. Every team does it. Stop it. You have 2 years here of Connor McDavid because no one knows what's going to happen. Stop screwing yourselves with these no movements to players that don't deserve them. You gave a fourth liner who scored 7 points and was a healthy scratch in the last 2 games of playoffs an 8-year deal.
It's an endemic
Jake
of the
Wallman,
Oilers.
you gave him a 7-year deal. Jake Wallman, I mean, trust you, the buzz is wore off, at least for me.
His regular season was not good at all. I feel like he performed well enough in the playoffs, but for that
he was
long,
okay. He's nothing. And then, but he signed Roslovic and Ingram. Cool, you and I could have made that deal.
And
I'm not giving him
forced play for Ingram. I mean, he got Szymanski overseas. He has done some good things with this team, but when the bad outweighs the good, that's when you set your team back a year, 2, 3 seasons. And that Oilers GMs have been doing that for years now, where it's always one wrong move, one major wrong move. I go back to the Koskinen 4-year deal. You see Jack Campbell. You see now Tristan Jarry. In between the pipes, like Jack Campbell, Gager's brought it up. He's going to be getting paid $2.8 million to not even be with the team next year.
It's just, I don't know what you do here. That would be the move for me, not the coach. I would move on from the GM first. Highly unlikely, in my opinion. And again, I have no sources, no insiders. I'm not an insider. That's what I would do. I don't see it happening. But Stan Bowman, man, you got to stop with the no movements. You have to stop with the no movements too. And listen, Jeff Jackson's at fault for a lot of those no movements. Kenny Holland. It's going to be an interesting offseason. I don't know what you do. I really don't. The goaltending thing is huge. And on Monday, Gage and I are going to have probably a full 2 segments on the goaltending and where they should go. And we're going to give you some numbers and all that as we continue to the post-mortem of the Edmonton Oilers this year. But Stan Bowman, I don't trust him as a GM. I don't. I think he's done a lot more harm than good for this team. Dickinson, Murphy, and we'll get to all of it. Of course, every show is going to break it down and go through players that should go and should stay. So I don't want to get too heavy into that because we have all summer and a little bit of spring left here to do it.
Lots of work to do, Hernan. Yeah.
I don't want to root it all in one show. But
these things come to mind immediately, though. Second 100%. They went down 3-1, it's like, okay, this team, you've seen it build this way. You've seen what the management has done moves-wise and this team's roster, even at the start of the season. There's question marks around big positions that shouldn't have question marks with a team that has expectations as they do. But it continues to come up.
All I'm saying is everybody wants a new coach. When the new coach is going to come in, and it's going to be the same. It's going to be the same. We got to start looking elsewhere. How about at the core of this team? And I'm not saying trade Draisaitl, McDavid. I'm not that stupid. But everybody wants change, and everybody wants his team to improve. Well, you know what? That's going to be some hard decisions to make. And some players that are loved in the city might have to go. And for everybody, yes, between all dogs, so finally we'll never see Nurse in a Oilers jersey. I think it's wishful thinking, man. He has full control. Full control. Why would he leave? Why? I don't think he gives two you-know-whats about what the media or what the fans have to say on social media or wherever. He's not. Why would he leave when his best chance to win a Stanley Cup is here? You can sit him out. They're not going to sit him out, guys. Come on. Listen, does moving Nurse help the situation? I understand it all. Yes, if you can move on from him, I'm on board. But unfortunately, Bowman can have three of the best trades lined up for Darnell Nurse. And Darnell Nurse, all he has to say is, nope, I'm staying, suckers. So we got to stop with that, please.
Yeah, it's a hard narrative to try and kick. That's one player that gets a lot of flack for his contract, and it'll be remembered forever.
Yes.
He was given too much money, whatever. We all are aware of that, but the cards are in his hand, and he's in control of what happens and where he goes as it stands right now. So,
and you just listen. If you want this team to improve and get to the Stanley Cup again, tough decisions are going to have to be made. Okay, you're not bringing in third line, fourth liners that are going to take this team over the top. Okay. So I don't know what you do. Matthias Ekholm's aging. I think his best years are behind him. I mean, the good thing is his contract's not that long. Who knows what you do with it? Bouchard's Bouchard. He'll be fine. Wallman I'm worried about. Emerson I'm not worried about. Murphy, can you sign him? But he's 32, guys. He'll be 33. Sure. 2, 3, maybe good years left in him. How much is Bowman going to give him? I like Murphy. I do. I'm concerned about what they're going to offer him. I like Dickinson too. But we'll see. Okay, we got to get to a break here. Afternoon inbox. Presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out their happy hour. 525 drinks. Available Sunday, Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. On the other side of the break, our good buddy Mark Majeau joins us here. We'll talk about a lot of things. A lot of the listeners love Mark Majeau and have a lot of questions for him. So we'll see what we can get out of the big guy there. And I'll tell some stories of when I first met Mr. Mark Majeau as well. That's all coming up here on EST Afternoons. Don't go anywhere. Slam that thumbs up. Hit us up, Nasty Chat, and the River Cree Inbox. We're back after a break.
Three Game 6s in the NHL. Montreal looking to bounce the Lightning at home. The Mammoth and the Knights hit the ice. Vegas can clinch the series tonight with a win. And we also see Buffalo challenging Boston. The Sabres up 3-2 on the Bruins. It's life or death for Toronto. The Raptors down 3-2 against the Cavaliers. Brandon Ingram doubtful for Toronto with an ankle issue he suffered midway through Game 5 of that series. Meanwhile, the Lakers-Rockets, they clash. Houston has stayed alive twice already in this series, looking to force a Game 7 tonight. No Kevin Durant for them. He only played one game in this series and is out with an ankle injury. Plus, Detroit, Orlando, they play 5 o'clock tip-off Magic, hoping to eliminate the Pistons in 6. And the Jays-Twins matchup once again just after 6 o'clock today. Patrick Corbin opens for Toronto. Simeon Woods-Richardson for Minnesota. 1 game's live now in the majors. D-backs down 6-1 to the Cubs, bottom 4th inning. Mark Majeau up next here on EST Afternoons. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
EST Hangout.
And when you're any league trying to appeal to new fans, any league that's trying to be cool, I can't think of a better sport to look through than curling. And that's what they've done, is they've looked to curling, which all leagues should do. And look, I love curling. You shouldn't be looking to curling to make your league more exciting. That's a tough sell.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery. All in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
What's up, Nasties? Welcome back to EST Afternoons. Shout out to Barry the Cheater for getting me some Mexican chili, Old Dutch chips. The GOAT of Old Dutch. It's Hernan and Salas here on EST Afternoons, still waiting on Joaquin. I think this bugger's just taking the day off here. I don't know where he is. He might still be playing. But welcome to EST Afternoons, of course, here on Edmonton Sports Talk. We are presented by Play Alberta. But right now, I'm going to bring in my good buddy from the Cara Family Resource Center, Mark Majeau, and of course, of the MCTV podcast, which is popular on the Edmonton Sports Talk stream, friends of EST. Mark, my man, how you doing?
Hernan, I am doing excellent. Thanks for having me on today. I know it's a very busy day, but always grateful to chat with you, my friend.
Yeah, I'm sorry you had to listen to that last segment.
Don't
ranting on the Oilers, man. You know?
Don't apologize, man. That's why we're all here.
What about those Knicks yesterday, eh? That was over in the first quarter.
So at least I know a lot of the people in the nasty chat are upset. I had a great first half of the night. The second half of the night, maybe not so much. But yeah, for a team, the Knicks that were down, 2-1 in the series and then rattle off 3 impressive victories, including the biggest victorious margin in playoff history. Yeah, things are going pretty well for at least one team wearing blue and orange.
You know what's funny, Mark? Because I think the Knicks blew a big lead. I think it was in Game 2, and the reaction on socials from Knicks fans and media was it was like the Edmonton Oilers reaction. Yeah, and it's fun. But as a fan, isn't it great to just know early on, 20 minutes in, that your team's going through?
It is, and for as different as all sports are, if you watch enough, you realize they are kind of the same, right? We've all watched a game in which you realize, there's 0 chance my team is winning this game, or there is 0 chance we're going to blow this one. Yeah. When it was 60-19, this is we're pretty much going to wrap this up. So yeah, pretty stress-free second half there last night.
Oh, it was great. But Mark, like I mentioned earlier, you work for the Cara Family Resource Center. I know you had the 50-50 going on in April. It was live until yesterday. I know EST.
You're still actually going for another week, baby.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Sorry, on our said April 30th, so I apologize for that.
No
but just tell us where people can go and get 50-50 and where the money's going to and all that.
Yeah, absolutely. So Cara Family Resource Center, we are located on the northeast side of Edmonton, and we are exactly what the name says. We're a family resource center. We provide anything a family may need to not just survive, but also to thrive. So we offer parenting courses that are both parented and with child. And the coolest thing about Cara is all of our resources are free. We serve basically an underserved demographic in Northeast Edmonton. So anyone that walks through our door, they get to access our services for free. And stuff like the 50-50 that you guys were so generous to help promote just goes to making sure we keep those lights on. So you still have about 10 days to get your tickets. We're going to run until Monday, May 11th, actually. Yeah. So you can go to rafflebox.ca/raffle/Cara FRC, Cara with a K. And yeah, the 50% obviously goes to the winner, and the other 50% will go back to Cara. We have some big events coming up in the next few months, so that will certainly help us out. And who doesn't love a 50-50? You know, I know,
especially in this city.
One, yeah, you know, the big one that kind of takes all the oxygen, maybe won't be getting too much promotion over the next couple of weeks. But yeah, we figured that's an easy way that Albertans love to support, and it's just a couple clicks away, and you could be the big winner.
And Mark, like for families, if you know they want to reach out and then they require your services, how can they do so? Like phone number, are you guys on social media, all that information?
So all the stuff to follow us is we're Cara FRC on all the big ones. So Instagram, Facebook, again, Cara with a K. That's where you can find about our programs. Our website is also cara-frc.ca. So you can get all the good stuff there and find out. We have a spring program guide that's out. That's going to run for a couple months. And then our summer program guide usually gets released in about June. So we switch it up every single season. Obviously, spring and summer now, we can go outside, do a little more fun things. And we have 2 big events this summer we're looking forward to. One is our annual community barbecue. Okay. Last year, we fed over 1,100 people. That's going to be July 6th. And then our bigger event in August is called Kicks for Kids, where we supply back-to-school shoes for kids, for families that might not be able to afford it. If you just take a step back and think about it, for a kid, say a 12-year-old kid to go through junior high, they're going to need like 3 or 4 pairs of shoes. If you throw in boots, if you throw in athletic shoes, all that kind of stuff. Cara is trying to take away all the costs related to that. We work with some great funders, some great donors to make sure kids have the dignity, all that good stuff to have a new pair of shoes heading to back to school. Hernan, you know how I feel about shoes. I don't know if the camera can pick up the background behind me, though. I'm very passionate about footwear, and I think every kid deserves a fresh, clean pair to go back to school. So yeah, that's what we're about at Cara. We're just about helping our neighbors, because there's so many good charities in Edmonton, 100%, province, and federal. We're all local. All your money is going to stay in Edmonton. And yeah, we are helping your neighbors right off Fort Road. So we're grateful for any support that anyone can provide us.
And Mark, how long you been there with Cara?
I've been with Cara for just under a year now. I've been after I left radio, I went into not-for-profit. And it's coming up to, like 8 or 9 years I've been in the not-for-profit space. And I've been with Cara now, for just under a year. And it's been really, really great. It's been a really great jump for me. Love my coworkers, love the management. And I love what we do, man. I don't think I'm really telling a secret. No one works in not-for-profit to get rich. You really have to love what you do and kind of love the clientele. And that's absolutely where I am and what I do. So it's been a really good spot for me.
And apologies, I confused it with an email that was with our store as well. So yes, it is. The 50-50 is live until May 11th. 1 for 5, 5 for 20, 20 for 50, 100 for 100. The winner gets 50% of ticket sales. And like you said, Mark, just go to rafflebox.ca/raffle/Cara FRC. And that's Cara with a K. You can also go to EdmontonSportsTalk.com and just look at the top, and it says Cara Family Resource Center Spring 50-50, and you can help support there. Mark, quickly, just your thoughts on what we saw last night. I mean, we can't have you on, and for people that don't know, so I got into the business of radio in my later years. I was already in my 30s, and Mark Majeau was the first person at 1260 to train me. Yeah, that's why I became such an excellent producer. Was thanks to Mark Majeau and our good buddy Hallie as well. But just to reminisce a bit, and when you said, "Man, it's been 8-9 years since I've been out of that business," this is just absolutely crazy. But I know you're a big sports fan.
Of course,
Your thoughts on the Edmonton Oilers' early exit this year?
Yeah. So to me, the last couple weeks of the regular season and the postseason, they look like a team that's played 300 games in the last 3 years. I'm not making excuses for them. Like Anaheim was clearly the better team, but I think the fatigue just kind of caught up with them. And then you think about, Connor and Leon also throw the Olympic break in there. It was a condensed schedule. It was just kind of a perfect storm for everything to go wrong. No, even going back to the Game 4 goal, even if that gets reversed, there's no guarantee that the Oilers do come back and win that game. Like, it just kind of seemed like this wasn't their year. And it's like this in every league, right? Like, it's really hard to win. If it was easy, we'd have a lot more champions than we really have. So I heard you talking about kind of the core of this team and what they can do. And for me, Hernan, it feels like they somehow have less than zero margin for error. They have no cap space, don't have a ton of draft picks. They have great players like in their top 6, and I think they have good defensemen, but some of these moves, you can't be giving up a first rounder to make up for a mistake you made in July, right? Like you can't. That's something bad teams do, and you can't just put the blame on one person. I think everyone kind of takes the blame. Everyone from management to coaching to even some of the players, everyone takes the blame. But it's tough when the last 2 years have almost seemed kind of easy, kind of a walk through the first few rounds, and then you come up against a really good Anaheim team. Yeah, it just seems like fatigue. They have a target on their back now. And of course, the noise is getting louder now with McDavid taking a discount, not signing a long-term deal. And it seems like the moves that this management team has made has either been incredible or horrible. There hasn't been like a mediocre move that they've made. It's either been the greatest or the worst. And I think that all those things combine kind of to lead us to where we're at now. Now, looking ahead to next October, I know I'm not the first person to say this. I think McDavid's really going to benefit from having 4.5 months off. I think Draisaitl's going to benefit from having 4.5 months off. I think everyone realizes what is at stake now because, as I said earlier, they have zero margin for error anymore. They cannot sign another Mangiapane. They can't do another Jari trade. Like, they just can't do any of those things anymore.
You can't do another Trent Frederick. I'm sorry, you just can't. And Mark, you make a good point, and it's just like, it's going to be tough for this team. You have 2 years left of McDavid, and that's all we can go on. I mean, we don't know what the future holds for Connor McDavid, but he did this team a solid, man. To not take a raise and say, hey, go out and fix this team. So I think you nailed it, Mark, there with the Edmonton Oilers. And I agree with you. I think deep down inside, a lot of these guys are like, an extra 2 months off. Like, seriously. Like, they're probably sad coming home today, and they're probably like, damn it, man, another year wasted. But deep down inside, they're like, man, we're going to benefit so much from this time off.
Yeah, and even, just getting off your feet for a couple of weeks, right? You think about just how long or how short the last 2 off seasons have been. Throw in the condensed schedule with the Olympics this year. I just think they were tired, and it happened to Florida too, right? They went to 3 straight finals. They didn't even make the playoffs this year. So it's a crappy way to go out. I feel like a lot of people, not even just on the team, were just kind of exhausted after the last 2 years, right? You talk about people that were going to all these games, people in the service industry. It's fun when you're in it, but man, when you have to when that alarm goes off at 6:30 and puck drop is at 8:40 the night before, and you stack up a couple of those, it certainly adds up. So the pressure's on for next year, man. Like, it feels like it's championship or bust. That's really all this team can do at this point.
Because if you're going into that second year of McDavid, you're risking a lot. Man. You think it's bad now, man. Holy smokes.
Think about jumping ahead to the next season, the second year of that contract, what the talk is going to be between Christmas and the trade deadline around this team. It's going to be wild.
It's going to be crazy, Mark. And of course, Mark, kind of the side gig you have, and it's very popular. Everybody loves it. The MCTV podcast with our good buddy Corey Graham. What's coming up on the next episode? Where can people find it?
Yeah, if we're going to wrap up, we're both loving Daredevil Born Again, which is currently airing on Disney+. It's a fantastic Marvel show. Corey and I have been dissecting all of that stuff. The last episode drops on Tuesday night, this coming. So we're going to try to record on Wednesday night to get all of our thoughts on all of that one. And then at the end of the month, we have a Star Wars movie back in theaters. And I don't know if the general public has really kind of accepted that. We have The Mandalorian and Grogu, Star Wars hasn't been in a theater for 7 years, and seeing a Star Wars movie on the big screen with the big sound, it's like a religious experience. So that's what we're both looking forward to. It's a big summer of movies coming up. Lots of Marvel stuff, lots of other stuff we're looking forward to. But yeah, wrapping up Daredevil and looking ahead to The Mandalorian and Grogu is kind of number one on both of our call sheets.
I wish my co-host Joaquin, because he's like you, he loves all that those shows, and I'm not really so we can't bond over that, Mark. But I am watching Invincible, so I've liked it.
Another great show, hey?
Yeah, I'm in season 2, I think, halfway through. So I'm trying, Mark. I'm trying here, just so me and Joaquin have more in common.
Yeah, I'll say about the show you're talking about. It is awesome. They've been trying to make a live action version of that series.
Yeah.
Now that you've watched maybe 10 episodes, I don't know how they're going to pull off a live action version of that show.
No.
It'll be really, really tough. But if anyone's sleeping on that show, fired up on Prime Video, it is fantastic.
It is very, very good. And it's, know what? It's got some humor. It's got a little bit of everything, man. It's, it's great. Mark, one last time, the 50-50 for Kara. Yeah. Just let everybody know where they can go find it.
Yeah, go to rafflebox.ca/raffle/Kara FRC. Kara with a K, and if you ever have a hard time remembering that, Kara stands for Kids Are the Responsibility of All, because they really are. So yeah, rafflebox.ca/Kara/Kara FRC. You have until next Monday to get your tickets, and you could be the big winner.
Awesome stuff, Mark. You can also go to EdmontonSportsTalk.com. It's right there at the top. Just click on the link, and it'll send you right to their website. Mark, always a pleasure talking to you, my friend. Hope the family and everybody's doing fantastic. We see stuff on your Instagram, so it's absolutely great. Tommy says hi.
Hi, Tom.
And go Knicks.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, everyone, and rest in peace to the homie Warren Barris.
Yes, well, Warren G, I used to call him an absolute beauty. Mark, thank you so much. Enjoy your weekend.
Thanks for the time, Hernan. Thanks, Scoop.
All right, that's Mark Majeau once again from Kara Family Resource Center. Okay, hour 2 coming up here. We're hoping to have Joaquin Gage. We might have Chris Colanos, former NHLer, join us as well. That's all coming up as we continue to break down the Oilers. We'll look at the other series as well, the Wild through as well. We didn't hit on the screw it. Let's do it. Parlay. I can't even remember what I picked. What did I pick? Oh, I picked Boldy goal. Yeah. But we'll see. And then we'll select another screw. Let's do it. If Joaquin's not here for that, then maybe we'll get one of our nasties to join Coob. And don't go anywhere. Hit us up, River Korean Box, 780-218-9999. Nasty chat and slam that thumbs up for us. Hour 2 of EST Afternoons here, presented by Play Alberta, is on the other side of the break.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne.
It is Ben Scrivens checking in. How would you describe Connor Ingram's style of goaltending?
He moves well. He does have a bit of that compact body style as how he sets up when shots are coming. He's confident in the way he's done it. He certainly has the ability to string a few good ones together, which is what the Oilers need at this point.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne, weekday afternoon 3 to 6, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation with options for every style and budget. Open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Your home for great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino.
God, I wish I could meet somebody like you online. She's got me in the friend zone.
Don't miss Morgan Jay's musical comedy May 23rd.
9 p.m. show is sold out.
Second 6 p.m. show added. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino.
Excitement?
Bet on it.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. Had a good day? It's time for happy hour. Bad day? Oof, happy hour. Boss said great job? Happy hour. Boss said let's circle back? Ugh, definitely happy hour. Got a promotion? Happy hour. Spilled coffee on your shirt 5 minutes after getting dressed? Ugh, happy hour. So whether you're celebrating or recovering, our happy hour starts at just $3.99. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
A trio of Game 6 matchups in the NHL. Montreal can bounce the Lightning at Bell Center. Utah and Vegas hit the ice. Knights with their first chance to clinch the series. Elsewhere, Buffalo takes on Boston. Sabres up 3-2. In other news, John Cooper, Dan Muse, and Lindy Ruff have been named finalists for the Jack Adams Trophy, which is awarded to the NHL's Coach of the Year. And from Toronto, it's life or death for the Raptors, down 3-2 against the Cavaliers. Brandon Ingram doubtful for Toronto with an ankle issue he suffered midway through Game 5. Meanwhile, the Lakers Rockets hit the hardwood. Houston has stayed alive twice already in the series, looking to force a Game 7 with a win tonight. Kevin Durant is a no-go with an ankle ailment, playing only one game in the series so far. Plus, Detroit, Orlando play at 5 o'clock. Magic hoping to eliminate the Pistons in 6. Also in action, the Jays-Twins matchup once again. First pitch just after 6 o'clock. Patrick Corbin on the bump for Toronto. Simeon Woods-Richardson countering for Minnesota. And live now, it's the Cubs up 6-1 on the D-backs, top of the 5th inning. Also in action today, the Rangers will face the Tigers. First pitch at 4:40. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. Hour 2 of EST Afternoon starts right now.
What's up, Nasties? How you doing on this Friday? TGIF, right? Nice little weekend. No stress over the Oilers. Yeah, we're still going to miss it, though. It's Hernan and Salas here on EST Afternoons. Still waiting on my compadre, Joaquin.
What is he doing? Do you know what rink he's playing at?
I have no idea, Coop. I've been here since 12:30, and I have not seen him.
You have not seen him? You have not heard from him? Nothing?
No, nothing at all. Not even a text saying, hey, buddy, I'll be here at 2:20. Well, gonna get his paycheck, right?
No, well, I mean, he's busy playing, man. I mean, he's got work to do on the ice because he doesn't play as a goaltender anymore. Of course, he played in the NHL. He's played overseas, former pro goalie, but
he did say wherever they needed him, so he might be playing in net.
Hey, he's a team player, man.
Yes, we're live here at the Terwilliger Rec Center for Hockey Helps the Homeless. We're here up until 6. Reed Wilkins, Jay Milne coming up with the Reed Wilkins Show. They'll take you right up until 6. Of course, Dusty Nielsen, Lieutenant Eric, and YouTube Trev kicked things off this morning. A great hangout, led into the lock shop, a great oil stream. Jay, Reed, and Tommy all hanging out just right beside me here. Tommy's eating some pizza in between his games.
Post-game za.
Post-game za. As he gets ready for his next game as well. Like always, hit us up, River Korean Box, 780-218-9999. Nasty chat, slam that thumbs up. Always great to talk to Mark, a guy that back when you were applying for Nate Coop for radio and television, you had to interview 3 people in the industry. Mark was one of them, and it was always a little weird for me because I was older than him. But once I started at 1260, he was the first one who I had to sit in with. He taught me the ways of producing, and he was great. I got to work with him a lot when he would fill in as a host. I would produce his shows, and he was a great guy. We were at the time when we started there, we were both single, so we always went for beers and had some good times. So a great guy. Absolutely love Mark Majeau. I know he's missed in the media world as well, but he's doing some great work, man. He's a great person, and always fun to chat with him. That's the guy we're gonna have on more, Coop. Okay, put it on the Rolodex.
I mean, who doesn't like Eminem? I guess you could call him Mark Majeau. I don't know what his real nickname is, but yeah, man, he's a great talker. Like, he's been on the Reed Wilkins show. I'm pretty sure he came in for an extended segment.
Yeah, he filled
perhaps
in.
a full hour. It was amazing to have him in studio. You could tell he's definitely pro and on doing some great things with the
100%
foundation. Like, I'll keep that noted. I'm keeping track, and I got full sticky notes of ideas and guests for summertime and Oilers breakdown and whatnot coming up.
Yeah, he's a great lad. And listen, I know the Oilers kind of drive it here in Edmonton, and with good reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're a Stanley Cup contender. They have the best player in the world. They have 2 of the top 5 players in the world. They've gone to back-to-back Stanley. And listen, even in the decade of darkness, all we did was talk Oilers, okay? But it does open it up, man, and it's for hosts, and I think I speak for everybody at EST. It's listen, we're going to continue to talk Oilers, so they're going to make probably a lot of noise in the summer and the off season, but it's always fun to kind of shift and talk more CFL, and NFL camps will open eventually, and talk F1 and talk Riverhawks and talk Stingers. NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs are still ongoing, right, Coob, and dip into different stories and different guests, so it's always exciting. And I get Oiler content is what everybody wants, and it'll continue. At least on our show, will continue, but not as much as when we're in the full swing of the season and into the playoffs. But of course, when stuff happens, we're going to break it down and we're going to go in depth. But it's also nice to kind of shift now and give some love to the other sports. We have the World Cup of soccer, man.
Well, definitely, there's some big things coming up. I mean, it's always busy in sports. Like CFL is on the horizon, and it's important to note that as we do keep things driven, we have tons of Oilers content. We will for weeks to come to break down the offseason coming up and tons of talk, but we're all over everything Edmonton sports. That's why we're your clear choice for Edmonton sports. Yeah,
exactly. And then the fun thing about the World Cup is Canada's in it. It's here in Canada. Like, it's going to be amazing, dude. It's going to be, we have the game on June 1st. It's going to be amazing. So I can't wait to kind of just shift gears. And like I said, of course, we'll always have Oiler topics, and we'll always breaking news, anything Oiler-wise, we will dive headfirst into it. But now we got to look at the second round. There's still NHL playoffs, right? The Wild clinched their ticket yesterday. Congratulations to them. I'm on the Wild in honor of Jesse Peters, who sadly passed away just recently. And I'm on the Wild bandwagon. And listen, I hope the Habs do well as well. And I hope they are able to eliminate the Tampa Bay Lightning. That's a young group that's got it going right now. I still don't think they're Stanley Cup contenders, but I think they're damn close. And they're more than likely heading into the second round. So that's going to be a fun team to watch. Canadian Sabres and Golden Knights can all clinch tonight, Coop, into the second round. Easier said than done, but 3 great games on tap. Of course, we got F1 in Miami. I think free practice already underway. I think it started at 10 or 11 this morning. It's a sprint race, so make sure if you're in our fantasy league with Joaquin Gage, you're checking your lineups.
Hey, thanks for reminding me, Hernan.
Yeah, you have to have him in. So don't forget. And that race goes this weekend. If you're a NASCAR or an Indy guy like me, I'm all in on the NASCAR now. That goes this weekend as well. Actually, not IndyCar, sorry. And then Blue Jays, like always, coming off a bad loss last night. They're back at it. And then the Raptors look to push it to 7 tonight against the Cavaliers. BI, I don't know if I've seen.
He's doubtful.
He's doubtful.
He's very doubtful. Yeah.
Now, in saying that, he hasn't been very good in this series. He hasn't. It's been RJ Barrett. It's been CMB. It's been Scotty Barnes, who Charles Barkley said he's a top 15 player in the league, and he would be noticed more if he played. He said this on down south and on a good team. But Charles loves Scotty Barnes, so we'll see if they can push it. I hope they can, man. That's been a fun series. I'll be honest, I didn't think the Raptors would win more than the one game, but good on them, man. But if BI is out, that's going to be tough because the Raptors don't really have that go-to killer, Coob. That guy you need that final shot. And when we had Josh Lewenberg on before the playoffs, he goes, that's BI. But BI hasn't been very, very good for this team. Of course, we talked Knicks. I think they were up 47 at one point.
It was insane. They were up 50. I was doing a sports update during the Reed Wilkins show yesterday. Of course, they're going to be live 3 to 6 following this program. Reed Wilkins, Jim Milne, sure to get some good guests on. They also have an Elks draft pick coming up on their show today for Athlete of the Week. Now I have it here. I'm very poor with names, but he is a former member of the U of A Golden Bears as well. He was a 7th round draft pick. Yes, the offensive lineman Matthew Luden. Okay. Ljuden. I'm very
And then
poor with names, especially when Jays are thrown in there.
If you missed Carter Kettle yesterday, he was fantastic.
Amazing.
Of course, another draft pick receiver. You can go back and listen. Always subscribe to our channel on YouTube because it helps the algorithm, just pushes our content to the top. Doesn't cost anything. I know that might scare some people. If you want to listen to shows after, all you have to do is go to Spotify, Apple, Google Play, wherever you get your podcast, and just follow EST and then follow all the shows. And again, that just pushes our content to the top. That's all it does. As we make a push for 15K, we're at 14.6 right now. So I think by the end of the summer, we want to get there. So as we await Joaquin Gage, he might not be here today, and that's okay. That's he's busy, right? He's an old dog too, and it's too much. Play hockey, do a radio show.
He can do it. He was a former pro athlete. He can go and do it. Come on. He was even at the Oilers skill camp and everything, but I'm sure he's having a great time on the ice. Like, as I mentioned, I mean, the coverage for Hockey Helps the Homeless, as we're live there the entire day from the Booster Juice Recreation Center in Terwilliger, Southside, E-Town. I don't know, would that be Southwest Edmonton, given the discussion we had?
I'm not going to get into that.
Yeah, okay. I'm just
people were really upset at the office after that conversation.
Saying,
so let's just move on.
Yeah, it was huge.
Let's move on. Rip City Step says BI out, Barnes hurt, but playoff James Harden could implode at any moment. And listen, I know Charles Barkley sometimes says stuff that he's a passionate guy. He said the Cavs have no killers. They don't have that killer instinct. So I was kind of like, oh, well, they showed it in the fourth quarter. They were pretty damn good. So. Yeah, if BI is out, though, I know Barnes was hurt as well, but he's going to play. So we'll see what they can do. See what they can do tonight. I think I got a gentleman here ready to tell me we might have a former player coach, so I'm just waiting on that as well. 2:14 here in the City of Champions. Perfect. No, perfect. We're going to have Kelly Buchberger join us here. So how about we get to a break, Coop? Hey?
Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
The first portions of this hour brought to you by the Canadian Brew House. Good day, bad day. Either way, happy hour is on at the CBH Monday to Saturday, 2 to 6 p.m. with deals starting at $3.99. The Canadian Brew House, your day just got happier. And I know a lot of people are probably going to have one or two brewskis tonight to dull the pain of the Edmonton Oilers being out. I have a question. I'm very intrigued by this because when I was out with the Elks, I returned to fan mode because I wasn't in the media business. I wasn't covering hockey or in any other sport. I was just a PR guy for the Elks. Once the Oilers were out, I didn't watch a lot of the playoffs afterwards, and I'm intrigued. Are Nasty's going to continue to watch playoffs, or are you kind of just if it's on, it's on, and I have nothing better to do, I'll put a game on, but you're not going to be committed to it? Is that how it is, Coop? Do you think?
I feel like for Oilers fans, given that they've been able to watch their team in the NHL playoffs go deep for 3 years now, and years before that, they've been in the playoffs for 7 years straight or whatever. I feel like, people want that. I feel like some of them will dive into it. Other people will take a week, maybe two, before they get back into it just to try and, decompress from the orange and blue being booted by the Ducks.
Or maybe it's just like the Oilers, Coop. Maybe they need a break too. The fans need a break.
It's true, man. It's hard to watch hockey, and then you get right into it, and it was like, what? The draft's already coming up and everything. It keeps us busy for sure, but I don't know. I'll have to ask my Oilers partisans, I guess, what they think on the matter, because I know some diehard fans, of course. A lot of people are loyal to the Oil, but I'll have to check in on that. I wonder what the Nasties think. Maybe I'll put up a poll during the break and see the feel from our fans.
Maybe you're shifting to the NBA. Ooh. Maybe. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. Sounds like we will have Kelly Buchberger. Still no signs of Joaquin Gage. He has gone MIA on us. MIA. Of course, the afternoon inbox is presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out their Tap 25 restaurant where you can get the prime rib special for just $21.99. It's available 7 days a week from 11:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Not available on show nights. We're back with more here on EST Afternoons. Hammer that thumbs up. Hit us up, River Cree Inbox. Nasty chat as well. But here's our boy Coob with your sports update.
3 Game 6 matchups in the NHL. Montreal looking to bounce the Lightning at Bell Center, Utah. Vegas hit the ice. Vegas with their first chance to clinch the series against the Mammoth. Elsewhere, Buffalo takes on Boston. Bruins looking to stave off elimination once again, down 3-2. In other news, John Cooper, Dan Muse, Lindy Ruff have all been named finalists for the Jack Adams Award. Trophy is awarded to the NHL's Coach of the Year. And from Toronto, it's life or death for the Raptors, down 3-2 against the Cavaliers. Brandon Ingram downgraded to doubtful for Toronto with an ankle issue he suffered midway through Game 5. Meanwhile, the Lakers Rockets hit the hardwood. Houston has stayed alive twice already, looking to force a Game 7. Tonight, Kevin Durant is a no-go with an ankle ailment, only playing one game so far in the series. Detroit, Orlando, they tip off 5 o'clock to kick things off in the NBA. Magic hoping to eliminate the Pistons in 6. Also in action, Jays Twins matchup once again just after 6 o'clock. Patrick Corbin gets a nod for Toronto. Simeon Woods Richardson on the other side for Minnesota. And live now, top of the 6th, the Cubs nursing a 6-1 lead against the Diamondbacks. This sports update is brought to you by Capital Care Foundation. Financial support deeply affects residents at Capital Care, whether it's a one-time donation or a monthly contribution. Every penny counts. Find out how you can donate at capitalcarefoundation.net. Kelly Buchberger up next here on EST Afternoons. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Worksite ready, Western tough. Lamley's Workwear is calling all tradespeople, oil and gas crews, construction workers, farmers, and hard-working Canadians. Built for the job with quality craftsmanship, job site protection, and cowboy-worthy durability. Trusted brands like Ariat Work and Wrangler Rigs, designed for performance and all-day comfort on the toughest sites. No matter the season, Lamley's has the workwear you need. Shop the full range now at lamleys.com/work. LAMMLES.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
Goodwill is
One shopper. Finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket. A deal. One donor. Letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant.
Learning.
Trying.
Building skills.
Building confidence.
Building a future.
One purchase. One donation.
One job. One choice.
Goodwill is
The power of one. The power of one. The power of one.
The power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Your home for great performances is
the River Cree Resort and Casino.
God, I wish I could meet somebody like you online. She's got me in the friend zone.
Don't miss Morgan Jay's musical comedy May 23rd. 9 p.m. show is sold out. Second 6 p.m. show added. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement? Bet on it.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Back here on the EST Afternoons, and we found a bunch of beauties here to join us here for one segment. Joaquin Gage makes an appearance.
In between games right now.
Yeah.
Trying to stay the focused and...
What's the stat line?
Oh, gosh, man. It's a good thing there's not NHL scouts here right now. Because what I was able to accomplish in that last game is incredible.
Oh, man, that's
1,
crazy.
2, I think it was +4.
Look
I
at
mean,
that,
those are all-star numbers. If there were I don't know if there's an all-star game here, Strudwick, but
yeah,
I got to get some votes.
Hey, we got Joaquin Gage here. We got Jason Strudwick, friend of the show, of course, Uncle Struddy here. Struddy, how's the stat line looking for you? You told me you're looking great.
Well, it's obvious. It's another week of domination. Scored the first goal of our game. But don't laugh. You guys know I was in the zone. And then walking, that's the right word. He's walking Gage out there. I'm like, is your knees not bent? It's insane. He's like the Tin Man out there.
I do have to adjust the knee braces. They're a little stiff.
You were talking Tom Zola on your team?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you were complaining about he can't win a faceoff?
So it seemed like every time I would go on the ice, Tom Gazzola was coming out as a faceoff. He lost 3 in a row to a guy that had the balance of a teapot. It was unbelievable. And so I'm like, mix it up, surprise him, win one. And he finally did, and we scored.
That's great stuff. Great seeing you boys here for the Hockey Helps the Homeless hockey tournament here at the Terwilliger Rec Center. You guys, how many games left?
I only got one.
Okay.
When are you at, Strudwick?
Yeah, just one more chance to dominate for 40 minutes.
Are we? Is it going to be a clash of the Titans?
Are we playing yet?
I don't know. Jeez. Two movable objects out there.
Someone just texted me and said Struddy was drafted 2nd overall.
I know. I couldn't believe how late I was picked. Honestly, like, it's outrageous. Zach Cassian, he doesn't know how to play in these games.
He went first,
fast.
Obviously.
I think Cassian
he went first. Yeah, Zach.
Absolute. The whole place exploded when they saw that.
What about Matty Cassian?
He slipped further down.
Slid right out.
You could say it was like a fireman's pole down. But it's still a first-round pick.
I saw him play here, man. He gets around well, though.
Yeah, he's actually. I think he's getting in better shape. Actually.
Yeah. His wife's really working out hard, and he feels there's a lot of guilt in that household right now. So
he's got to keep up, right? He's moving well.
Okay, boys, we've been talking a lot of Oilers, of course. Disappointment last night, a 5-2 win by the Anaheim Ducks. Struddy, I know you were on late with Got Your Back podcast. Tom Zola and Belzy were going to go at it on the EST post-game show. Everybody was fired up. But your overall thoughts on the series that we saw from the Edmonton Oilers?
Well, I think you just go back to the whole season. Like, they never got on track. And I think that we could say the same about the series. They never just got on track. And I look at the defensive play or lack thereof and the penalty kill. Like, those are 2 areas that for sure over the course of the year didn't get on track. And those are things that really helped them, Gager, in the prior 2 seasons.
You look at the season, and I think we were always waiting for something to click with the team.
Yeah.
And I think it actually throughout the whole organization was waiting for it to finally click. And maybe that catalyst was the playoffs. And we saw every year you learn something. I think even 10 years into your professional career, you're still learning professional how to be. And I think one of the areas that they didn't focus on is they always talk about the process. And part of the process is getting your game to a level that you can compete in the playoffs. And that regular season, the inconsistency, the average team, as Connor McDavid said, that's what they were. We saw what they were able to do throughout the year, not win 3 games, like twice win 3 games in a row. And it's a tough lesson to learn, but I think that's something that you can really take forward into next season.
And I think what I like post game from the guys that didn't use Draisaitl, McDavid, was they didn't use injuries as an excuse, and they also didn't use that they've played a lot of hockey, guys. Mm-hmm. But we have to look into that because it did affect the way this team played.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reality to it. But you look at Florida went to 3 finals, right? So they found a way. It felt like they were just, to kind of borrow what Gage, they were waiting for the playoffs to get going, but they didn't have their game in order at all at any point to say, hey, this is how we play as this team. Mm-hmm. Not as a team from last year, the team was 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. So I think this is they got to take some time here to just get away from the rink and just calm down, go on a vacation. Then maybe you could have some reflection and think about where you're at, because it's pretty hot right now. And I think just then they can sit back as players, as coaches, and as management. Okay, what happened? What did we do here? What did we not like what we did? And then kind of figure out to make adjustments over the summer.
How quickly are you booking tickets out of town after last night's game?
You're probably gone by Sunday.
I think some guys probably. But you know what? Honestly, the team's the last few years have been really good.
Yeah.
And this year's just, I think everyone understands with the injuries where they're at. I don't think you're sprinting out. Like I've had seasons where we were last place and like I was gone, before even the echo of the buzzer of the last, I was gone. And so I don't know that you have to sprint out of town, like as far as maybe being embarrassed or frustrated. Embarrassed. No, I don't think you need to.
This might be too early to ask, but so much has been made since the final buzzer went there in that game yesterday, boys, where a lot of people want people held accountable, whether it be Stan Bowman or Chris Knobloch. Do you think the Oilers stand pat, or do you guys think we see a move here in the offseason?
I mean, there's going to be some change.
Yeah.
Like you can't. I don't think you can run it back. There's something's got to give. I don't know where that lies, though. Is it upper management? Is it is it a piece of the coaching staff? I mean, there's 7 UFAs right now, but those have to be decisions. And the owner's probably looking at this as a failure. Like he expected to be hosting the Stanley Cup, so. Something will change. I just don't know what that is.
Yeah, I think that's why I think you got to take this break.
Yeah,
right now it's pretty clouded and smoky. Everyone's disappointed, tired, all those things, and just take it's April. Well, it's May 1st, so you have a lot of time to make decisions.
Yeah.
So even if you say we're not going to even think about this for 2 weeks, and then everyone go away, then we can get in some conversation with players, coaches, and that. The one thing that I would take as a red flag is when Paul Coffey was reinserted in that coaching staff. It's pretty rare where you bring someone in because it's going really well.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the piece that I'm not saying Paul's going to be there again next year, but I just think that's a red flag for me as far as the way that the management thought that it was going before that.
And Struddy, a lot's been made about the D-core, Nurse up and down, Ekholm, Bouchard struggled, a lot of goals against. Bouchard had the one good game. I think Emerson was fine. What did you make of the D-core? Because coming into the season, Joaquin, we were doing the not the pregame show, but we were teeing up the season, and a lot of people had the Oilers D-core at the top, like a tier 1 D-core. Were they underwhelming for you? Do you think there's more there with the 7 guys they have?
Yeah, coming into the year, I said this is the best D-core Connor McDavid's had, and it's proven wrong.
Yeah,
right? Like it didn't work out that way. Now they're not the only ones that are responsible for goals against. You go like the forwards, the D, and I think the netminders. It's a group thing. So yeah, I think it's I sure like Connor Murphy and how he fit in, but there's a salary cap, and they've got to set up the goaltenders as well. Tristan Jarry's on the books next year for 5.5 or whatever. Do they bring back Ingram? Did they go somewhere else? If they would have kept Skinner, they'd have a whole empty deck chairs. Now they have one. Could Jarry get back on track? Like there's just so many things to figure out for Stan Bowman. And you want to make sure you get it right because these are the golden years of Oilers fans. Like I was lucky when I had Curry, Messi, and Gretzky when I was younger. This is what I get now. I don't know we'll get these 2 types of players again in my lifetime.
Joaquin, a lot of people are making the case, like Struddy just said, you have Jarry, but you're also next year going into paying $8 million for your goalies. One of them is not even here.
Yeah. So you're still paying, I believe, 2.6 with
Campbell.
With Campbell,
Soup
right?
can.
So I mean, he looks great. I saw a picture of him on Instagram. He's smiling. He looked tanned, looked
Very
healthy.
happy.
He was in a pink golf cart. He looked like Ken from Barbie, to tell you the truth. It looked amazing. But no, I've been trying to think if I'm Connor Ingram. And it's weird because I've been watching him. I really like his game strategy. I think he's a really, really good goalie. Not only, and he fits, I think, well with how the Edmonton Oilers play. Like he needs a little bit more help, I would say. But I would be shocked if some other team doesn't come in and offer him a deal. If someone would actually watch the games, I know the numbers aren't spectacular, but the eye test for me. He's a starting goalie in the NHL.
And so what does that look like? Like, is it 3 years, 5 years, 1 year? Like, and what does he want? Does he want a long one? Like,
that's what I'd love to have just a discussion with him to see where he's at, right? Because talk about a roller coaster of a year.
Yeah.
Like no team getting picked like off the scrap heap down to an American League team, and by all accounts looked like he was struggling. But then again, you looked at the numbers, he was struggling, but you look at the numbers here, you would think, oh, he's struggling here, but he wasn't. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, hindsight's always 20/20 with these things. When you look back, one of the moves that they should have done was just to have a look. Yeah. You have a guy in the minors that's played as a number one at some point in his career. Why not just get him up, have a look, and go, oh, and then this whole Jarry essential noose that you have, because I don't think the Oilers are in a position with the contracts that they currently have is to have 10% of the cap wrapped up in goaltending.
Yeah, well, they'd have to, right?
Yeah.
Because they're going to have to sign someone. I mean, unless you try to find the next, like, Dan Vladar.
That's a good – we were talking about it yesterday, man. Like, he was back up in Calgary.
Crazy.
And now he's –
and you find it. You got to find, like,
yeah.
You know, then everyone talks about the coaching. It should be Bruce Cassidy. I get it, but look elsewhere. Like, if you choose – I'm not saying you should fire Knobloch or not. But if you're going to do it, don't just hire the first guy. Like, I think Toronto Maple Leafs with Chaika and Sundin, it sounds like. Like, Mance was an amazing – Maple Leaf, but he hasn't worked at all in hockey. And he plays poker, which is great, but like you need someone with experience. And Chaika, his time in Arizona wasn't exactly unreal. Mm-hmm. You know, I think Armstrong was one who came in and got that going.
And then that's the thing, Struddy, right? Like, because all it takes is one person in the media or radio host or a blogger to put Bruce Cassidy, and then everybody jumps all over.
Oh,
right?
He's the guy. He's the guy.
And no, he might. I don't know. You want a cop, sure, but like you said, like expand your search.
I'm not saying he isn't the guy.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying they need to get rid of Knobloch, but if you decide to do it, then let's look around and see what else is living here.
Yeah, you don't want to make decisions like strays. Like go remove yourself for a little bit, right, and let cooler heads prevail after a bit. Like that's the main thing that they have to start doing.
And breaking news, Dylan Holloway has signed a 5-year extension with the St. Louis Blues, 7.75 AAV.
Wow.
I mean, he's a good player. Him, Broberg. I mean, don't have to revisit what that would look like. But I said at the time, the year before Broberg left, I said, if they want to keep Broberg, they've got to give him a path to NHL. They need to trade Kulak. And not because they didn't like Kulak, but a young player needs to see where he can play.
Yeah.
There's nowhere for him to play. That's what young players need. So, I mean, whatever. I'm not going to revisit it now. But
if you have Broberg, we don't have. Well, the Oilers don't have Wallman.
Oh, 100% they don't.
Right?
No.
You probably don't even have Murphy.
Yeah.
No. If you're being honest with yourselves.
Yeah. But I do think that Broberg's time was done here. I think he was
fed up.
He was done. Yeah, he didn't like being sent down, and he did what he had to do. He came in the most crucial part of the season and was excellent.
And good for Holloway, and we've talked about it all year. The only problem with Holloway, he can't stay healthy, right?
Yeah, it's fair. Yeah, and that's a fair point. I mean, but he's still a hell of a player. I'd risk that.
3?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
100%.
You look at him, so I guess the question is, would you rather have Podkolzin at 3 or Holloway at 8?
It's a great question, Stevie.
Well, that's why I'm here. I can't ask and answer the question. It's going to be something.
That's great, man. Okay, Oilers are out. I'm kind of going to be cheering for the Minnesota Wild. I like their team. I think they can push the Avs. Let's start with Struddy. Which team do you think can go all the way here?
Boy, you're really going off the norm by going to Minnesota. Just the flavor of the week.
Yeah.
Have you been always a Minnesota Wild fan, or just since they got all these good players?
Since they got these good players.
Typical. You're like Gage.
Oh, give me a bandwagon and I'll jump on it.
I too don't like the Minnesota Wild. It's hard not to get into Buffalo. Buffalo. And then Montreal, I think, is pretty fun. That's another team we probably want to keep eyes on.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good hockey. And it's just crazy how a team like the Oilers can go, 2 rounds, 4 rounds, 4 rounds the last 2 years, and then bounce quickly in the first round. And all these other teams, like the Ducks, aren't going anywhere.
No.
The Sharks are only going to get better. Like, there's a lot of good teams in this division.
Yeah.
Stan Bowman has a very difficult offseason.
Oh, boy.
He does.
Very difficult.
But a bit of cap space. But to me, the big thing is the Jarry situation.
Yeah.
That's, if you go with him as your starter, that's a big thing to bite off. But you got to find someone that can do it behind him.
Can it cheap? Is there any team that takes on Jarry?
Oh, absolutely. They will for a nice.
Oh yeah, you got to throw in a lot. Yeah.
So they'll do anything, but I mean, 2 years left. I just keep thinking if it was Skinner and Ingram right now and Pickard, and all three were free agents.
Yeah, look at
how
that.
that changes your summer.
Oh,
What is Skinner getting in the offseason? Similar to Ingram?
I think he'll be getting a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
You don't think he gets a 1-year deal?
Maybe in Europe.
You don't think you don't think it's an NHL chance?
I don't. No.
Wow.
I don't think so, man. That's
like you don't think he's in the NHL?
No.
Oh wow.
Wow, you are negative.
I am negative. But I don't want it to happen.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
But I look at he went in and got replaced again in the playoffs.
Fair point.
You're. Could he be a backup somewhere? Yeah, maybe. Okay, now I think about it a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I've been hitting the head a lot with pucks, Struddy.
I think it's a 1-year.
It's a 1-year backup, right?
Yeah. What's the worst thing can happen? Like he's not going to be $5 million.
No, he'll get a shave, right?
Like I'm like $2 million, 1.5 is a backup.
Yeah. I would
He'll have
say-
to prove himself again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what we're looking at? A 1-year deal and show me what you can do? Oh boy. But you're right. Stan Bowman's got his work cut out for him. It's going to be incredibly interesting to see what he does this summer because there's a long list of free agents, guys. Okay, Struddy, I'll ask you this. One of the free agents, who would you bring back? Roslovic, Kapanen?
Hard no Roslovic.
Okay.
Hard no.
I like that.
So that leaves me. So we'll leave Ingram on the sideline, or
Sure, yeah.
So then, Murphy,
Dickinson.
Kapanen, Dickinson. I'd probably go in that order. I go Murphy, Dickinson. Actually, no, Murphy, Kapanen, Dickinson.
Okay.
What about you, buddy?
That's pretty good. Yeah, Murphy for sure. Like he fit in really well with Nurse there.
Absolutely.
I don't know, Kapanen. Can you get that somewhere else though?
That's what I was thinking. Like, can you get a Kapanen anywhere else?
But he already has the confidence of Leon Draisaitl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So you know it. Like Roslovic, okay, we'll sign you again for $1.5 million. No? Okay.
Yeah.
No one else didn't sign him last year for a multi-year. He had 22 goals last year. No one signed him till after camp, or was it just before camp?
Yeah. No, it was during the season.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was. Yeah.
And then, so I think now for him, like your people said, we had him. Let's sign him for 3 years. 3 years? What?
Yeah, no.
Are you nuts?
And he wanted more money or something. Because Gager, you said it. Keep your powder dry. Let's see what he does in the playoffs. Struddy, do you think he was bad in the playoffs, or do you think he's just the production wasn't there? Like he hit a crossbar yesterday.
Yeah. I just don't think that he, he's not a hard player. I want hard players in the playoffs. Kapanen is a hard player. Podkolzin's a hard player.
Yeah.
Leon, McDavid. I don't think he's a hard player.
Okay. No, that's fair. Yeah.
And if you want it for the regular season, by all means. Like I said, Roz, we'll sign you right now, $1.5 million. Nope. Okay, buddy, that deal is it's on the table till July 2nd. Then it's off.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I mean, is someone really going to sign him for 3 or 4 years?
I think Roslovic's in that same boat where it's another 1-year deal.
Yeah, I agree. And he might get up to 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
Like he had 18, 19 goals, which is great, but in the playoffs, man, that's 2 years in a row.
Yeah, it's
all right. I gotta go. I play at 3, I guess.
Hey, are you playing? What position you playing?
Rover.
You're just wherever they need you. Eh?
Red Rover. We call Gage a Rover.
He's a specialist.
He's something. All right.
Thanks for coming on, Struddy.
Bend your knees. Bend your knees when you're out there. You look like Chris Dingman.
Struddy, thank you for joining us here on EST Afternoons, man. You're an absolute beauty. Always a pleasure seeing you, man.
Yeah. We'll see
What's the plan for Got Your Back?
Yeah, we'll keep going for the rest of the summer, I guess, or the rest of the summer till May and June, and then take some time off there in the summer. But it's weird to not have this.
I know.
Like I've enjoyed the run so much, and it feels empty, but it feels like this was probably inevitable based on the year.
Yeah. And it's, what, we'll still be able to talk a lot of things. The NHL playoffs are still going on, but so you guys are going to continue to roll on here for the next couple of months. Yeah. Jason Strudwick from the Got Your Back podcast. We'll return to close it out here on EST Afternoons. Hit that thumbs up. We're back after a break.
From St. Louis, the Blues and Dylan Holloway have signed a 5-year contract extension carrying an average annual value of just under $8 million per season. Chris Johnston of TSN and The Athletic reporting that the deal includes a 20-team no-trade list in year 4 and 15 no-trade list in year 5. 3 Game 6 matchups in the NHL tonight. Montreal looking to bounce the Lightning at Bell Center. Utah and Vegas hit the ice. Vegas with their first chance to clinch the series. Elsewhere, Buffalo takes on Boston. The Sabres leading 3-2. In other news, John Cooper, Dan Muse, Lindy Ruff have been named finalists for the Jack Adams Award. And from Toronto, it's life or death. Raptors down 3-2 against the Cavaliers. Brandon Ingram downgraded to doubtful for Toronto with an ankle issue he suffered midway through Game 5. And it's the Lakers-Rockets tipping off. Houston has stayed alive twice already in the series, looking to force a Game 7 with the win tonight. No Kevin Durant for the Rockets. He's out with an ankle injury, only suiting up in one game this series. Detroit-Orlando play at 5 o'clock to open things up in the NBA. Magic looking to eliminate the Pistons in 6. Also in action, Jays Twins matchup once again just after 6 o'clock. Patrick Corbin on the bump for Toronto. Simeon Woods Richardson for Minnesota. And underway right now, top of the 7th. Cubs with a 6-5 lead on the D-backs. The final segment of EST Afternoons brings us back following a break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Firehouse Subs. Our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Moving to a new home sounds simple, but sometimes
we can't move it until when?
Life gets in the way. Whether you're downsizing or staging your house to sell, Sentinel Storage has affordable solutions at a store near you. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
The Canadian Brewhouse is not a quiet place to watch the game. We're a goal horn blaring, tankard raising, stranger hugging, lose your voice kind of a place. No inside voices, no empty seats, no bad angles. Just playoff hockey, the way it's supposed to feel. With your friends, the ones you brought and the ones you just met. If you want quiet, stay home. If you want to feel it, book your spot now in the loudest room in the city. This is our house, the Canadian Brewhouse.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
We're back here, final segment on EST Afternoons. Joaquin did make an appearance. Big shout out to Struddy for joining us as well. Don't go anywhere. Coming up next, the Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne. As they'll have a loaded show for you. Of course, they'll have some players joining them as well. And they have Edmonton Elks draft pick from the U of A joining their show from 3 to 6. I'm very honored to welcome into the show once again. I think last year Kelly Buchberger joined us as well. But Kelly, thank you for doing this.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah. How many games today?
Well, we have 2 already, and then we got 1 more at 4 o'clock, but we're filling everybody out. We're giving a lot of people a lot of confidence out there.
Well, according to Struddy and Gage, their stat line's amazing right now. So.
Struddy's the only guy that I know keeps stats in a charity tournament.
That's great. Kelly, I mean, the Edmonton Oilers, of course, you're an Oiler legend here. You're a captain of the team. We'll always remember your days with the Edmonton Oilers. Yesterday, a sad day for Oilers fans as they were ousted in the first round by a young Anaheim Ducks team. What did you make of the series? Where do you think the failures cost the Oilers in this series?
Well, listen, when you lose, it was a team effort, and there's no question about that. And you'd hate to point fingers to anything, but listen, they're a well-coached team. The Oilers, they got some great players. There's been a lot of changes in the organization. From if it could be from coaching to management to the players,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of change every year in every organization. But it seems the Oilers in the last couple of years have changed a lot of players over in probably the bottom 6 players.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's a big offseason for this team. Kelly, you played a lot of years in the NHL. You went to the playoffs. Can you just kind of explain to our viewers and our listeners that have never played at that level, including myself, how much of a grind is the playoffs?
Well, it is true that when they talk about that, everybody's hurt a little bit, and you're fighting through injuries, you're battling. But when it comes to game time at 7:00 when that puck drops, you're playing hard, and you kind of forget about your injuries. They'll be nagging. You'll get recovery after, you get treatment after. But the same thing is that every team is battling the same injury, so you can't use that as an excuse. You got to make sure that you can battle through that, and that goes for every team, every 16 teams that make the playoffs.
And then a lot was made of, and Chris Knobloch alluded to it in his post game yesterday, that they kind of, the regular season for them was just kind of, let's just feel it out. Let's kind of just go through the motions. And once the playoffs come, we'll turn it on. How hard is that for a team that kind of, because they never found their groove in the regular season? I think they only won 3 games straight twice this season. How hard is it to transition from the regular season into playoff?
Well, I honestly, I think any player that ever played the game, they go out and they try their best every night.
Yeah.
And there's no question about that. If they didn't, they wouldn't be in the league. And I take that as every player that has ever played in the NHL go out there to prove themselves to be the best they can every night. And you cannot just come into playoffs and turn it on.
Okay.
You have to have it throughout the whole season. I watched Tampa play a lot this year. They have it. They have it. They battle every game because you just can't turn it on let's say April 15th.
Yeah.
When playoffs start. You cannot, okay, we're going to be a way better team.
Yeah.
We're going to have better habits. But the teams that have those great habits throughout the regular season, that battle through it, are probably going to be the teams that have success in the playoffs.
Yeah, and do you think? I mean, listen, the players are probably upset that they're out of the playoffs so early. But I think a lot of people understand this. Like this break for them, an extra 2 months is going to do wonders heading into next season.
Well, it is taxing on the players.
Yeah.
You look at Florida, 2 years in a row to the Stanley Cup final and winning it both times, obviously against Edmonton. But they went through a lot of injuries. They didn't heal well throughout the summer, and unfortunately, they had a couple of injuries during training camp. And I'm sure we haven't had the outcome of what happened to the Oilers about their injuries, but I'm sure they're all fighting in that. But like I said before, every team is doing the same thing.
Yeah, I know for sure. And we were talking off air before our last segment here, and you said you're really looking forward to the Montreal, Tampa Bay. As a former player, are you all in on the playoffs, or do you kind of pick and choose what you're watching?
It's funny because I talk to Craig McTavish and Mark Lamb almost every day, and we probably talk hockey for about half an hour, and we watch all the games. They watch, we dissect, we talk about what a great series it is, and how this guy's playing this way, and you watch it, and that series is a great series.
Oh yeah.
But saying that, every team in the first round, it's a great series every time. And you look at Minnesota beating Dallas. Those are 2 really good hockey teams, and you see with the Oilers and the Ducks, like they're really 2 really good, skilled teams. And unfortunately, we come up, but there was actually great hockey. It is great hockey to watch.
For sure. Kelly, as before I got into the media world, diehard Oiler fan, I still remember the Dallas series. I think you guys came back from 3-0. You scored 3 goals in the final 5 minutes. A Greer, Kovalenko, Wade. And then in overtime, you scored the winner on Andy Moog. Do you remember who gave you the pass and took a wicked hip check?
Mats Lindgren.
Yeah, Mats Lindgren.
Yeah,
Yes. Just what for a player, what goes through your mind? It's the Dallas Stars before the salary cap era. They were loaded with stars. You guys had, you had Dougie Wade, Ryan Smith, but you guys had a nice core. But budget-wise, you couldn't compete with the Stars. What was it to score that goal, especially the way you guys came back in that game?
Well, you look at that team at Dallas. They were an all-star team.
Oh,
They went out and they got every great veteran, and they were obviously Hitchcock was the coach. They had some good coaching. They had guys were buying in, but they had every player you could think of to win a Stanley Cup, and they were built to win the Stanley Cup. And if you look at our team, and I always say that we all played so hard for Ronnie Lowe. We did, and we were averaging over 90 hits a game.
Wow.
Against Dallas, and there's no question that game when we scored 3 goals in the last minute and a half, that changed the whole series.
Yeah.
It changed our attitude, our confidence in the game. And, scoring that overtime winner obviously was one of the highlights of my career. But saying that, we had a young team that didn't know any different.
Yeah.
All we knew is that we wanted to play hard every night, that we didn't want to let our teammates down. And listen, we won 1 round, but for us at that level, we had so many turnover players, younger players, and we also had the Cujo effect.
Oh, yeah. I was they were showing the save on Nieuwendyk the other night. And then the next year, your Oilers again eliminated the Avalanche in the first round.
Yeah.
So it was great. We'll always remember that. Kelly, it's Silent Ice now. You're doing some work over there?
Yeah, I coach in the Academy HC Edmonton.
Okay.
I coach the 15U. So it's a great life for the kids. They go to school in the morning. They come and they see me in the afternoon. They eat their lunch at the rink. We practice at 1 o'clock. They're off the ice at 2:15. They work out and they're done everything at 3:30. So it's great for the hockey players, and it's even great for the parents.
Yes,
you don't have late practices or early practices. They get their schooling in, and we have some great kids.
How's it working with Belzy?
Belzy's been great.
Yeah.
So Belzy coaches the 18s, and so we're a different slot. I think they practice at 7:45 and we're at 1 o'clock. So we don't see a lot of each other. We talk to each other a lot, and he does a great job there. And they're building something really special in the JPHL.
That's awesome. Kelly, thank you so much for taking some time. Always a pleasure. I grew up a diehard Oilers fan. Talk to Kelly Buchberger for me is just awesome. So thank you so much
for having me.
Good luck in the tournament, and I'll let you go before we close it out.
We'll
here.
need that luck.
That's Kelly Buchberger, former Edmonton Oiler great, of course, the captain of the team, the hero in that, was it Game 4, 97. So what a fun show today. Listen, it's tough times for Edmonton Oilers fans, of course, with the Edmonton Oilers out early. It's weird because we're so used to going into June, but there's a lot of great sports coming. And like I said, there's tons of Oilers news probably coming down the pipe. We'll be all over it. But enjoy the weekend. You can relax. Maybe you're a little frustrated. Maybe you're still a little angry, but
hey, enjoy the nice weather. Just get outside.
Exactly.
Enjoy time with your friends and family. That's what I'm going to be doing. Yeah, I mean,
go outside, go for a run.
Exactly. I went on a walk before the game because the nerves were coming up. You just kind of think about, okay, what happens if, and what happens if they don't, and things like that. But hey, Hernan, don't we have something to get to before we close out the show?
Oh, let's do a parlay. Let's go.
Let's do it, no delay. Let's take a risk today. No sense being safe. We need a huge payday.
All right, I pre-picked mine as well. So
okay, go ahead, Coop.
Okay, it's Tampa Bay Habs tonight. Lightning down 3-2 in the series. 3 of the 5 total games have been to overtime. All 5 games have been 1-goal games. I'm going with the 3-way draw plus 310 for it to go to the extra frame.
So draw for Lightning Habs, right?
Draw for Lightning Habs, 3-way.
Okay, I'm going to go Dylan Gunther point. And if a nasty wants right now, send it in. First one through, we'll get it. Raptors money line from Project Dumplings. There you have it. Gunther point, a draw between the Habs and the Lightning, and a Raptors money line for Project Dumplings. That's going to be the screw. Let's do a parlay. Big shout out to the staff here for Hockey Helps the Homeless for setting up some beauties on the show today for sure. Mark Majeau, of course. Just go to the top of EdmontonSportsTalks.com and you can see the Kara 50-50 there. Kelly Buchberger, Jason Strudwick, Joaquin Gage, Mark Majeau. Thank you so much, and thank you to you. We're back Monday to continue the post-mortem of the Edmonton Oilers and look ahead to all the wonderful sports in our lives. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the weather. Be safe out there. For Coop, I'm Hernan saying thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Don't go anywhere. Reed Wilkins, Jay Milne coming up. Chowders.